Good morning, President, authorities. We are really very proud to organize this exhibition in Malta and to introduce Malta in one of the biggest cultural programs in Europe is Picasso and the Mediterranean. We are really proud and in this fantastic palace to be organized. One very important exhibit, because Picasso and Miro, they were two of the most important artists in the 20th century. And we can show the most Picasso, classical Picasso, and the Picasso with the Mediterranean, with the myths of Greeks and the Romans, and it's a very nice place, Malta, to symbol of this idea of the Mediterranean, of the classicism, of the beauty, a permanent and eternal beauty. And in the other way, Miro is really a man very simple. He asks us about the secret of life, the very simple secrets, the heart, the woman, and it's very interesting because we present the Sweet Volare from Picasso, is 100 of etchings, and 44 paintings from Miro. And normally is from Picasso is the first time he's thinking about his work as a painting, and for Miro also. Miro in the 1960s, in the 1950s, he began to reflect about his paintings, and he introduced a new way to interpret his own paintings. We are really proud to present this symbol of the importance of the Spanish painter in the 20th century, and in Malta, and with the idea of the importance of the Mediterranean and the importance of the country of the Mediterranean for the culture. And thank you so much.
As Pablo says, we are very proud of being here. I'm just going to try to speak a little bit about the exhibition we are bringing today. What I think is important is that the works that we are putting together get richer when you see together. Also, if they are different. Picasso's return to classicism came about in 1917 when he went to a trip with Diaghilev to do the ballet Parade. In Rome, Picasso encountered classical sculpture, and he saw the frescoes at Pompeii. And 4 years later, in 1930, Picasso acquired a chateau in Boisseloup near Gisors. This 18th century stone building offered him the space he needed to install a large studio and even a printing press. It was at this time that he began to work on the images of what will become the Sweet Volare. This was also a time when the sculptures came to occupy a prominent place in his artistic life. Picasso saw himself as a sculptor, and this is how he depicted himself in the Sweet Volare. The artist thus seemed to have already developed the elements required to make the Sweet Volare possible. And he saw, as I told you, as a sculpture. The real theme or the real issue of the Sweet Volare is the sculpture's studio and the work of art, the relationship between the sculpture and the work of art itself. And this is a very old issue. It's a Pygmalion myth, as Ovidio told us. Pygmalion sculpts, if you read a video, a beautiful statue which he then falls in love. He then wants to bring his work to life, to take care of her, and thanks to the god Aphrodite, the sculpture does indeed come alive. I think we think Picasso is thinking about this. Is the work of art perfect? What about the art history itself? I mean, what about all his work of art? And is the work he's doing perfect? The problem is the confrontation between the work of art finished and the model, because the work of art will never be alive, as in Pygmalion. And I think the conflict of a creator, it's always a conflict. Also for Miro, it's in the same way. I mean, I think on the 60s, Miro is thinking about his own painting, but he's thinking in a different way that Picasso does. While Picasso's questioning of the creative process is based on his own circumstance, and the Suite Boulard includes elements that can be identified with his personal life, Miro's reflection is much more abstract and spiritual in nature. The selection of works by Miro is devoid to reference to the artist himself, and rather looks to the cosmos, the stars, nature, and woman, as Paulo just said. In this sense, what we have is not a reflection on the painting itself, in Miro, or not only one, and is rather an ongoing questioning of creation through art. At the end, the same thing that Picasso's that. I think the present exhibition does allow for an appreciation of two of the great creators of history, as they reflect on their work from their standpoint as an artist. This is of particular interest, not just because it helps gain an understanding of meaning of each artist and provides a key to the interpretation of their work, but also because reflecting on art and artistic creation is one of the principal concerns and themes of the 20th century art. As such, it is more than just a display of significant and important works in the careers of the two artists, because it also allows us to look at our own way of understanding art and enjoying painting. So I just want to thank you again, and it will be said that for the first time, Marta in Malta is welcoming two of the great masters of the 20th century art, making this exhibition one of the most important to be held during the year as a European cultural capital. So thank everybody.
Excellency, President and members of Fondazione Mafre, members of Patrimonio Malti, a very big thank you. A very big thank you to you all for giving Malta the opportunity to host etchings from Picasso and also paintings from Miro. This is an excellent opportunity, not just for us Maltese, but for everyone who will be visiting and who will be in our island to actually visit this exhibition. What I am expecting from this exhibition is really an experience which, through the artistic expression of both Picasso and Miro, I would like to see their reflection of their own self, their reflection of the time in which they lived, their reflection of the society in which they lived. And above all, I expect to see two very famous artists really in dialogue in this exhibition. And this is why I am so much looking forward to this exhibition. I think it is going to be an experience in really seeing a dialogue between two very famous artists, but also a dialogue which will have a meaning for each person who will view these works of art, but also a meaning that will hopefully allow us to reflect as well on us, on our own lives, on our own society, and on our own social, economic development. This is one of the first official events that I am addressing as shadow minister, shadow person for culture and media. And it is truly an honor that this is one of the very first, because I believe this will be an exhibition that will expose the true meaning of art. Art which expresses thoughts, which expresses emotions, which expresses perceptions, but which has been left for us to now not only try and search our own meaning in it, but also try and bring and understand our past through this artistic expression and see how it dialogues or how it interacts with today's world, and hopefully also help us develop further. I would heartily make an invitation to all youths and to all families with children to actually do bring their children and for youth to visit this exhibition. I would love everyone to visit this exhibition because I am sure that it is going to be a cultural experience of a lifetime. Usually, we have to travel abroad to view the paintings of Picasso and of Miro. So this is a one-time opportunity for which I heartily thank everyone who has really contributed to organizing, but I would also heartily invite everyone to come and enjoy the exhibition itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at a picture for a week and never think of it again. You can also look at a picture for a second and think of it all your life. Juan Miro. We are here to launch the exhibition Picasso and Miro, The Flesh and the Spirit, the first of its kind to be displayed in Malta. And we hope that you will remember it all your life. I don't know who is the flesh or who is the spirit, but this is particularly exciting as Valletta is currently the European capital of culture. And exhibitions such as this, which celebrate two great artists and what inspired them, are extremely fitting. It also goes to show that Valletta can be home to some of the greatest artists in history to inspire our local artists and the public. This exhibition is part of an international project, Picasso Méditerranée, launched last year by Musée National Picasso, Paris. Over 60 cultural institutions have come together to celebrate their works, their creative journey, and places which have inspired them to strengthen the ties between us. Both are renowned Spanish artists. Juan Miro was known for his rather surrealist style of art and was also one of the first artists to use what is known as automatic drawing, which is, in the surrealist movement, was associated with our subconsciousness. Pablo Picasso's works, on the other hand, is expressed in different emotions, such as Cubism and African expressions with a neoclassical style and surrealism. Pablo Picasso is one of the most influential artists of the last century, with an astounding worldwide reputation and legacy. This all fits in Valletta's spirit and flesh. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Fondazione Mafre and Fondazione Patrimonio Malti, who brought this exhibition to Malta to enrich our cultural outings and bring art and its history closer to us. The exhibition, which will be held here at the Grand Master's Palace in Malta from 7th April until June 30th, will include 100 artworks by Picasso and 40 by Miro, all of which will celebrate the diversity of modern art. I am sure this exhibition will entrance thousands who visit our historic Grand Master's Palace, and I look forward to similar cultural initiatives in the future. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls, Pablo Picasso. Please enjoy this unique experience. Thank you.
Honorable Parliamentary Secretary, Dr. Leo De Battista, Honorable Shadow Minister, Dr. Therese Comodini Kakia, officials from the Fondazione Manfred and also from Fondazione Patrimonio Malti. It is truly my pleasure and an honor to launch this historical, unique exhibition of artworks by two of the world's greatest Mediterranean artists. This exhibition of works by Picasso and Miro is a first for Malta, and it would not have been possible without the initiative of Fondazione Manfred in collaboration with Fondazione Patrimonio Malti and the tireless efforts of my office. As part of the ongoing Picasso Mediterranee project, which includes the participation of over 60 cultural institutions, this exhibition is sending a strong message of unity through the arts, while also exploring innovative opportunities for cultural diplomacy. Furthermore, the Grand Master's Palace presents us with an ideal venue to highlight the importance of this exhibition, not only for the people of Malta, but also for all the people of Europe. As we know, Malta is currently celebrating Valletta's term as European Capital of Culture for 2018. I am confident that this exhibition of works by Picasso and Miro will further enhance the already impressive lineup of activities by putting the spotlight on our creative sector, our capital city, and our Mediterranean region. Picasso and Miro are both Spanish artists of the Mediterranean. There is a clear and powerful Mediterranean character which is visible throughout the work. Their creativity is a celebration of the spirit and the soul of our region, of Mediterranean spontaneousness and vitality, and our unique historical and cultural contribution to the heritage of Europe and the world. This is also reflected in Malta's place within the region as a bridge between continents and cultures in the center of the Mediterranean Sea. We contain the very best of the diverse elements of our distinctive heritage, proudly presenting all these influences and sharing them with our friends and neighbors from other countries. It is for this reason that events such as this exhibition are so important. They are a powerful reminder that the underlying importance of culture is to form connections and to strengthen friendships, to cross borders and to unite us. When we celebrate our diversity, we are making a real investment in essential strategies of inclusion, peace, and solidarity. On concluding, let me once again congratulate all the participants who have made this exhibition possible. Thanks to Fondazione Manfred, the Fondazione Patrimonio Malti, and the dedicated team at my office, we'll be able to share this unique historical exhibition with the many thousands of visitors who shall enter Valletta during its time as European Capital of Culture. And I would like to encourage all Maltese to take up this opportunity to view this unique exhibition at the Grand Master's Palace. I believe that we must all be champions of cultural diplomacy to share and promote a message of peace and solidarity. This message should be at the heart of all our cultures throughout our Euro-Mediterranean region. Thank you.